Hello everyone, my name is Rolf and and today I'm just going to do a really quick Unity tutorial on how to do a dripping blood particle effect. So let's quickly open up our scene, I think it's this one. And if we launch this, this is the effect that we're going to try to achieve today. So we can see there's blood in the ceiling, there's blood on the floor, and we have this dripping blood effect coming off from the ceiling. Now, this is actually very simple. Basically what I downloaded a free package from the Unity store called Simple Decal Package or something. I think it's called Decal System. You can download the Decal System, I believe it's for free. And then you can make these cool blood splatters on the walls and things like that. And as you can see, when I move this, it actually puts the splatter on the wall, depending on how I move this decal. But what we're going to be looking at is this particle effect right here. Now, as you can see, there's blood dripping. It's actually just spawning in a particle system above the ceiling, and then it's falling down. So let's try to recreate this effect. So the first thing you need to do is make sure that you have imported the particles package. And after you've done that, go to Game Object, Create Other, and Particle System. Now this is what the default particle system looks like. It's just white particles flying up in the air. So let's start changing the shape of this a little bit to narrowing this down into a simple line. You can do that by dragging these. And then let's just quickly give it a material. Now, my material is right here in a blood folder, and then it's one of these. Let me quickly check. I think it's this one. So what I did, I went onto the internet and I got this blood texture, and I put it onto a material with a transparent background. So this is what the texture looks like. It's just a blood splatter, basically. What you do is you take your blood material and you put it onto the particle system. As you can see now, we have this blood flying up into the air, which is not what we want. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into velocity of a lifetime, enable that, and then drag the Y down. And change this to world. And drag the Y down. And as you can see, the blood is now falling downwards. Let's change that an extra little bit. And this looks pretty good. What I have done though, because I have it dripping from the ceiling, I have made it a curve. So I made a curve right here. The Y curve is the green one. So let me quickly go into the Y curve, if I can find it. There you go. So I have it falling slowly at the start. And maybe at somewhere around here-ish. Let me just make this bigger. Around here-ish. And if you change the start speed to 0 instead of 5, there you go. So at the start I have the velocity somewhere around -1, -0.5 maybe. And I'm gonna make another key, and I'm gonna ramp this down. Just like that. I'm gonna make the curve a bit more. Like this. Let's change this a bit more to like 0. Set another key. And let's make this a bit less steep. So as you can see, we have a nice curve going on right here. The blood is starting to fall slowly, and as it's falling down, it's falling faster. Now that's already looking pretty good. Let's just quickly change the max particles amount down, and the emission from 10 to something like 0.9, or actually I changed it to 0.45. And you might be like, oh, that looks like it's very little blood. And it looks like it doesn't look as gory as mine did. What I did is I added bursts to it. So if I change the duration to like 30, and at the time 0 I'm spawning 12 particles. At the time, let's say 15, I'm spawning 13 more. So as you can see now, if I stop this and start it, there will be a batch of blood falling, and after that has fallen, it's gonna take a while, and when this timer hits 15 seconds, it's gonna drop another batch of blood. There you go. So I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go to the start size and decrease that a little bit. And I'm gonna also give it a random between two constants and make it like 0.4, 0.2, and 0.64. So as you can see now, it's starting to look good. I'm also gonna change the start speed. Now, random between two constants. I'm gonna give it a -0.1 and a -0.2. Maybe a little more than that, -0.6. So if I press play now, the blood will start falling in different speeds. Actually, I think I'll need to change my curve a little bit because it is looking a bit weird. Okay, done some fine tuning to my curve. And you can see now that it is actually looking pretty good already. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the start rotation. And I'm gonna change that so that the particle looks like it's falling straight down instead of... because the texture is a bit angled. There you go. So now we can see that the particle is falling straight down. Let me change the emission to something bigger. And let me make the shape even smaller. There you go. You can keep fine-tuning this until it fits what you think is best. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to enable collision with the world. As you can see, this is bouncing really badly at the end right there. So I'm going to change the bounce to something much lower. And going to dampen it a little bit. As you can see, it looks like it's actually splattering on the ground right there. That's the effect we're trying to get. And after you've done that, you can go to color over lifetime. And in the alpha, you can change the alpha to 0. Now this will do it, make the blood fade out instead of just disappearing, which is kind of the effect that we want. So now you can see we have a nice little blood split effect. Now what we can do is we can do what I did over here and put a little decal on the ground, which will make it look much better. So let me quickly duplicate this and move it over here. And move the decal to where the blood falls. Right there. If I press play now, we walk over here. We have this blood falling from the ceiling. Of course, you should probably spend a bit more time fine-tuning these sizes and rotations as I have done here. I'm pretty happy with the one I have. It looks pretty gory, pretty thick, which is the effect I want for my game. And it's pretty easy to achieve. What I also did with my particle system is that I changed the color of it to be a bit more thick. So if I take this, like, not thick, but dark. So if I go to the color, let's see, color over lifetime, and change the color to something a bit darker. There you go. So now it will look a bit more dark and gory and gross like we want it to. If we go to the collisions, you can change how much it bounces, and you can change things like that. But I think it looks pretty good like this. It's supposed to be splatter, nothing in particular special. If you should raise this above the ceiling, and if you raise it above the ceiling, make sure that the ceiling is only a one-way collider, so that it can actually fall through the ceiling, like it does with my particle system over here. As you can see, I have it above the ceiling, so you can't see the particles spawning, but you can see them fall through the roof. So, this was a really quick horror game Unity tutorial on how to make this blood splatter. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, and leave a comment on other things you might want to see about the horror game genre in Unity. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.